The second line of defense will be activated when the first line fails.
Hi everyone, welcome back to AskMeDoctor Season 2, a video series for you parents to learn more about your children's health. I'm Hazel from motherhood.com.my. Body defense has been a hot topic recently after the pandemic attack, especially to our children. It's important for parents to pay attention to this matter. However, pandemic is not the only thing that can affect our body defense. It also plays an important role in one's learning ability. This is especially true for a stronger body defense helps kids to learn faster. So here today we have Dr. Foo Chee Hoe, pediatrician from Dr. Foo Child Specialist Clinic, to help us to understand better about child body defense. Hello Dr. Foo.
Hi Hazel.
Right, let's go right into our first question. How does the immune system work?
Okay, the immune system protects our body from bacteria, viruses, fungi, toxins, and even those abnormal cells that can cause harmful diseases to our body. So you can identify the immune system like a policeman patrolling around the body to look for the bad actors, or a gatekeeper that wall off the threats from invasion of these bad agents. Okay, so the system is made up of important organs like the spleen, the thymus, the bone marrow. Now, and they're also made up of important proteins such as the antibodies, and also cells, which are mainly made up of the white blood cells and the epithelial cells.
I also read about that the body has first and second line of defense. Can you help us to explain more on this?
Okay, you imagine the first line of defense is like the gatekeeper, right? And the second line of defense are like similar to soldiers who will fight the invaders at all costs, sometimes creating a lot of inflammation, right? So the first line of defense are the natural barrier created by the skin, and also those mucus secreted in the nose by the epithelial cells in the body, the saliva in the mouth, the tears in the urine. So, and also the friendly bacteria in our skin and in the gut will also help to prevent the bad ones from taking over. And the second line of defense will be activated when the first line fails. The cells damaged by the invasion of the bacteria or the germs will sound an alarm, right? And then it will trigger an inflammatory response. The chemicals in the body will be released to trigger fever, to cause swelling, cause redness at the site of invasion. And then there will be recruitment of cells created to swallow and destroy the invaders. Now, the first line and the second line of defense are actually part of the inborn immune response. And then actually, Hazel, there's also a third line of defense, which is the adaptive immune response. The body will produce specific antibodies to neutralize the invasion, right? So as you can imagine, actually the body means business when it comes to being attacked. A huge army of soldier cells are activated. We are waging a war at all costs to fight against the invasion of these germs.
Our next question, is it true that a huge percentage of immunity comes from gut health?
Yes, actually, a lot of new emerging research work is establishing a close relationship between the gut and the immunity, and also the overall health of the person actually. It enhances its ability and prevents overreaction of the immune system. So you can say it is a modulator, it is a regulator of the immune system.
Other than vaccination, what are the other ways to boost immune system?
Okay, to boost the immune system, of course, first of all, you need good nutrition, a good balanced meal, rich in fruits and vegetables, rich in good protein and less processed food, right? Good sleep, good healthy environment for the kid to grow up healthily with a positive mind, no stress, no anxiety, good exercise, teach them to learn about hygiene, good hand hygiene and safe distancing habits. Yeah.
So speaking about balanced diet, what kind of nutrients should parents feed their children to strengthen the body defense?
So I would choose foods that are rich in antioxidants, the vitamin A, B, C, D, and E, minerals like selenium and zinc, food that contain probiotics and prebiotics because they will bring in the gut health, they will improve gut health, right? A gut that functions well with a good bacterial balance. We should avoid processed food, avoid preservatives, artificial sweetening that will disrupt the gut health. So overall, Hazel, we should choose for a nutrition that will fill your body with the building blocks for a healthy immune system, adequate protein, vitamins, and to support a regulated immune system with ensuring a healthy gut via good probiotics and prebiotics.
So Dr. Foo, I believe that drinking growing up milk also contains many of these key nutrients. What are some of the key nutrients that I can look for in when I choose the growing up milk for my children?
So we already know that building a good gut health is important for the immune health of a child. So a healthy gut ecosystem of good bacteria can be built by milk that contain the important elements. So we should look for milk that contain adequate minerals like iron, zinc, good quality protein, and fatty acids like DHA and lutein for good neurodevelopment. And then there are also the 2-fucosyl-lactose, which is known as 2FL, and also nucleotides.
Dr. Foo, you mentioned nucleotides and 2FL. Can you elaborate further on these two?
Okay, nucleotides, they are the building blocks for our genetic materials. They are the building blocks for the DNA and an RNA, and it also helps to improve the maturation and development of the intestinal tract, as well as the immune function, right? So studies shown to have, because of nucleotides added into the milk, it will reduce incidence of diarrheal illnesses. About 2FL, 2-fucosyl-lactose, is actually a very good prebiotics. It promotes growth of good bacteria in the gut, which will then lead to good immune health. It helps to reduce risk of bad bacterial binding to the body. Alright? So like I said just now, these two are not new invention, but rather discovering what are the important basic ingredients that exist in our human body and human nutrition.
So now come to our last questions. At what age does my child's body defense is fully built up?
I would say it's actually a long process as the child matures towards adulthood, right? Generally speaking, it should be built up by the age of 7 years old. But I think that age is just a timeline. There are multiple factors like nutrition, the environment of the child is in, the overall health of status of the person is also important factors to consider.
Well, before we close this, is there anything you would like to add, Dr. Foo?
I think doctors and parents, we need to pay more attention to this business of gut health, right? It's not a new thing, but we have so much to learn about it. Not just about immune health, but also our brain development as well. Also, when our kids are well with much less illnesses, they will be able to fully utilize the nutrients for their growth and development. So they're not distracted by unnecessary infections, right? So the axis connection between our intestines to our other systems of our body is something that we should pay attention to.
So that's why body defense is very important. Thank you very much, Dr. Foo, for sharing new knowledge with us today.
You're welcome, Hazel.
Thank you for watching our video, and thank you Similac Game Plus Go for sponsoring this video. 2FL and nucleotides in Similac Game Plus Go helps to support your children's body defense. To redeem your free sample, log on to advertnutrition.com.my/Similac Game Plus right now. I'm Hazel.
I'm Dr. Foo.
This is motherhood.com.my. Bye!